my loyal students and loyal supporters, put my Cash App in there. Hit my cash app, bitch. Hit my Cash App, make it clap. I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. I've been cooking for the past few hours. Set up the altar for Nipsey and his grandmother, beautiful Margaret Boutte, also known as Granny Hussle, Grandma Hussle. And now that I can speak freely, I'm going to be passing some of her messages. I'm not going to take my time and energy to pass them if y'all don't want to donate and support the work that I do, so that I can sit here and get the information as well as to put the things on their altar, cook for them the things they want. And I've cooked some things that I think I heard her want. Heard that she told me that she wanted, and I just posted the video a few minutes ago where you can see some of the things on her altar. Her and Nipsey, the candles beam for her like they beam for him. Long gold beams, beams out of the candles. And I'm honored to do it for her because she asked me to do it. Like I said, you know, I think because people say I talk too much, I think it's certain things I'm not going to tell because, see, I didn't tell you that she was here. Uh, Again, it just literally blew my mind because this lady was out of the body. In the middle, she was in here like the middle of September towards the end. She was popping in and out. When I saw her towards the end of September, she was fully out of the body. Now that blew my fucking mind because I'm just like, how is this lady in here out of the body? But she was happy and grinning and spinning around because, you know, she always had that young energy and her body moves like she's about 20, 30 years old. Very, very youthful. Even with the gray hair, if she had dyed her hair black, she would have looked at probably like 50 years old. Like half her age. She was what, 91? When it happened to Nipsey, she was what, 88? And working out, pictures in the gym, walking fast, talking, doing all those things. And all of a sudden, and I'm wondering, how did she physically die? How did the physical body die? Because she's out of it and she's happy and she's fine. And for some reason, I'm getting head and heart. Heart, arteries, veins, head. But then I'm also seeing in the gut. So I'll look into that later because I want her to tell me what happened. Because I think it's strange that this lady, all these people went to to her funeral. They had a whole funeral for her. Just released the obituary was Saturday. She physically died, left her body September 29th. And you just announced what? October 22nd, 21st, 22nd. That she physically died and you had a funeral and everything. I think that's weird. You clearly didn't really want the public to know immediately. And she is a public figure. She became a public figure and we fell in love with her once we knew Nipsey and fell in love with Nipsey. And you could feel the anointing all over this woman. And this woman loves this child, this man, as if she gave birth to him herself. And you didn't feel the need to let us know because we're hurt about it and we're shocked about it. The public is. I'm not, because I knew. It's just a physical confirmation of actually making it real really broke my heart. Because I had said it before. And for the past few months, I had told you to get ready because the death spirit was moving through celebrities, and the death spirit, I saw it in his family, on his family, with the baby's mother, the actress, that had set that in motion and has set it in motion on Nipsey. And I told her, get ready, the deaths were happening right now. I said this, what, 2-3 months ago, and I have been saying this, and I said it, what, like a week or so ago, and said it Saturday, and then we hear this. So while I was saying it was moving through there, it was, but they was hiding it from my ass, see. But luckily, I was seeing it over here. But I didn't say nothing to y'all because they wouldn't say nothing to me. So I said, we're going to play this game. Okay, well, so y'all going to act like y'all don't motherfucking know. I'm going to act like I don't motherfucking know. And the ladies is over here. They were here and Nips were coming in and out of here. And she's been wanting to talk. I wouldn't listen. Because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. Like I had told you over the weekend, the past few days. And I wasn't going to tell y'all because nobody was going to tell me and nobody else told y'all. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, well, I'm going to play this game as long as y'all play this game until Nipsey stopped me and said, this is the last day you're going to stay. You're going to say this today. You're not going another day without saying it because you need to tell them that you know. And that granny's over here. And that the baby's mother, the actress, did another ritual. I see 3 horses here. And I told y'all, and y'all have confirmed it to me. That horse is so fucking big on that picture, it doesn't even make any sense. I knew the horse told me it was a boy. And then somebody emailed and sent me the picture again. This horse is huge. It doesn't even look real. It's so fucking huge. Almost like a Clydesdale, the white horse. That horse is a stallion. Which would mean am I wrong? Is it a boy? And I put my Cash App in here if you want me to stay and you want me to go into this reading because of what Grandma Hussle's saying. Nipsey's grandmother, Margaret Boutte. His mother, Angelique, that's her mother, Margaret Boutte. She came in here. She wanted Nipsey, when she physically died in September, she told, but I had seen her, like I said, before September 29th, so she was dying. Oh boy. They showed me she was dying or practicing before September 29th, 2022, because I saw her before September 29th. She was sitting here in the middle of September, coming in and out with Nipsey, and she told Nipsey, take me to that, that's what she called me, take me to that lady house. She's like, take me to that lady house. He said, huh? He said, to Alexis in Atlanta. I want to go see she called me that lady. And so I wonder if she said, well, I was watching you secretly. A lot of us was watching you secretly. And we act like we wasn't. We want to tell you. And she said, oh, how that lady, she said she'd be looking at me and said, how that lady know that? How that lady know what happened to his leg? You heard that lady? She called me that lady. So if I'm wrong and anybody knows Nipsey's grandmother, correct me if she never referred to me as that lady in Atlanta. And then she said, Alexis, she said, take me to her house. Take me to Alexis in Atlanta. I want to go to her house. I want to see. Did she really feed you like she say? Did she love you like she say? He said, okay, grandma. And he brings her here. Just like if you look at the video, what was it? When Candy, the first video we did, what was that, 2 weeks ago? And we were standing outside and you see the big ball of light behind me outside. And even though I'm under the tree in the shade, it's so bright you can hardly see me on the phone. And there was no sun shining right there. And then you see the big gold beam started shooting through my face and shooting through Candy's face. And there's 2 rows of them. Nipsey's grandmother was here then and in the house. There's a whole bunch of them. They're still here now. And the mermaid spirits. So I'm sorry, I told y'all mermaid spirits. I didn't tell you she was here, coming in and out, because they wouldn't tell me. So you gonna act like you don't know. I'm gonna act like I don't motherfucking know. But what they didn't know was the real gag was she was down here talking then. And I'm letting her hang out because she wanted to be here. So she goes in the living room. I'm standing in the living room. She follows me. And she follows Nipsey. And she said, oh, this your room, huh? She said, I want to see everywhere she did. When she was there talking about you on the reading in the black lacquer one with the camera, I want to see that right there where she did that. I want to see that room. I want to see in the room with the blue room. It's a Nipsey blue room. And so he says, okay, grandma. And he walks her in the room. This was like I'm laughing because it was like 2-3 weeks ago and they had the talk. Okay. Grandma wanted to have the talk with Nipsey. And I didn't say anything to anybody. I'm just sharing this. I shared it with a couple of friends last night. I'm sharing it with y'all. I showed y'all a little bit the other night, but I'm going to go into the details. I'm going to tell you the talk that she had with Nipsey about my ass. Talking about me in my own house while I'm standing there talking about my ass in my house. So I'm just, she had to give him the talk. So she's like, oh, so take me down. And she says, so where's the blue room? And they go in there, and I'm standing there, and it's so creepy to me because she looks exactly like she looks on TV, and she has the prettiest smile. She has the same spirit. I knew it was her, but then confused, because I'm like, they won't say anything, and I said, oh my God, this lady is full on out of the fucking body. And I started again. I said, why won't y'all tell me that lady's dead? Where's grandma? I really want to say, where the fuck is grandma? Because she's over here full on out of the goddamn body. This was 3 weeks ago. 2-3 weeks ago. We're in September, middle towards the end of September. She's out of the body, walking around in here, telling him to give her a tour of the house and the rooms and where the candles are. And I'm lighting the candles, and I got all the extra flowers. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to look at the date a couple of weeks ago when I showed y'all the video where you see the green, the yellow, the pink flowers. It might have been around the time 2 weeks ago. Candy came over here. She was in here, and I was getting all the extra flowers for her and putting the extra candles up, and she liked the room. He said, oh, this is the blue room that Alexis was talking about for you. This is your room. She saw the pictures of there. I didn't say anything, and she looked at me and she just smiled. She says, oh, you really do have his room here? And I say, yes. And then I turn. She's standing. She keeps following me, and she's standing. She would come up close to me to feel me to see, was I lying? Because she's good at reading people. And I turned away and I said, what the fuck is this? The fuck am I seeing? This lady, this looks and feels just like her. This is her. Why won't nobody fucking tell me this is her? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm turning away from her and I'm saying it, and I don't want to hear me say, what the fuck is going? Then this white man. It's 2 white men in here. I'm like, one of the white men is with her, but he's guarding her and he's guarding me. And he's in my bedroom guarding me because he doesn't want anybody to bother me because she's here. So I'm like, this white man keeps following. Then there was another white man that like it might be his father. Now I know that's her husband. So her husband might have a white father. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like they're all over. And I have to get into that part another time because it's still like that. It's so many of them over here. And so many of them came with the grandma. She has so much to say. Okay. But I gotta tell you about the talk because it's cute. I didn't tell anybody about the talk. Okay. So she didn't mean any harm. I love grandma. I'm not mad at grandma. She was in the living room and she brings it up to Nipsey. She walks him out into my hallway where the steps are, where you see the chairs and the reach-your flag. And she goes, so I see that you like her and she helps you. And he said, Mom, Grandma, he said, no, we're together. And she's like, okay, that's my assistant telling me you're not donating, and that's fine. If you don't want to donate, if you cannot donate, then I'm not going to stay that long, and I'm not going to get into a lot of information Grandma's saying. That's fine with me. So if you don't want to donate, I'll take the information and give it to someone else and somewhere else, because I can't do this for free, and I have to live like you all do. So I'm not going to stay that long, and I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of shit she's saying. I'll just go on another platform and do it if that's how y'all want to play. But anyway, I'm gonna stay that long. She takes him out into the hall. He has a do-rag on. He's got one of his do-rags on. Actually, he had a black do-rag on, a white t-shirt, some black pants, but they weren't pants, shorts, like come to the knee. They look like some basketball. I think that might be what you call them, some basketball shorts or something, where they come to the knee and they're made out of nylon. They really soft, flexible, stretchy type of pants he had on, and he had some long socks on and some high top tennis shoes. So he's telling her, but he's not talking much because he would never disrespect her. He said, "No, no, Grandma, I've been living here with her for 3 years. We're together." She said, "Baby." I don't know, y'all. If somebody knows them, please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. If she ever talks to Nipsey like that, and she said, "Babe, no, baby. Now, I'm over here now. I'm going to help watch over you and protect you. You got to listen to Grandma now. See, I think that you are confused. I think that you like her a little bit more than you should, or you think this is something that is not. Now, you got to listen to Grandma, because see, Grandmama knows women. Now, see, I used to always try to tell you, because see, people don't know you and you might come off as hard and mean, but I know you got a good heart, baby. You're a sweet baby, and you got a big heart. She said, and I used to try to tell you, like I tried to tell you about Lauren. See, you love women, and when you love hard, and you open your heart, and your heart is big, and you love sometimes the wrong women that don't love you. Now, I'm not, she said, and he looked at her and he didn't say nothing. He listened. He said, Grandma, no, it's just me here. It's nobody else here but me. And she grabbed his hand. She said, baby, listen to me. She took his hand and she put it, like she sandwiched it between her two hands. So she got a one hand, and she put his hand, even though they're so much bigger, put his hand on top of her hand. And then she took the other hand and put it on top of that one. So she was holding his hand in between both of her little hands. And she said, baby, listen to Grandma. Now, one thing I know women. And she said, now that's a grown woman. And she's an attractive woman. So she is sleeping with a man in a body. And I said, oh, wow. I turned the other way, like I said, oh man, she talking about me, talking about my ass in my own damn house, talking about I'm around here fucking a nigga and shit. I said, oh man. Well, I turned my head. I said, I didn't go out there. I stayed in the living room, the blue room, because I knew when I looked at her heart and I looked at her soul, she didn't mean any harm towards me. She said, you've been hurt enough, and I don't want you hurt. She didn't want her grandbaby hurt. And this world was new to her. She didn't believe, she didn't know, because she couldn't see it, that it was possible for someone to have a spiritual sexual relationship, a spirit husband, a spirit wife. She said, baby, she just helping you. She just leading you on. Now, that's why I want to come over here so I can see for myself. See, she is in a physical body. Now, I'm not saying you can't have her. You can have anybody you want, but baby, that was when you was in your body and she was squeezing his hand. She had it sandwiched in between hers, and I'm just looking the other way. I was like, God damn. Okay, so I'm knowing she don't mean no harm. She just don't want him hurt. She said, you probably thinking that y'all done had this relationship for 3 years, and because you not in your body, you can't see she's got a man coming in and out of here in a physical body. She's sleeping with a physical man, because she got needs. That's what she doing, and you just don't know it, and you can't see it. And I'm like, oh wow, I'm turning. I'm like, I ain't had no physical nigga in here. I ain't fuck nobody. I've been selling them all the time, but I'm not saying that. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let her talk about me in my own goddamn house, because I knew that she didn't mean no harm. And she said, baby, I don't want to see you hurt, but I think you don't really see things clearly. She said, see. And he was looking at her. He didn't say nothing. He was looking down at her because he's so much taller. And he was like, no, okay, Grandma. And he was just listening. She said, baby, look, she is not telling the truth. See, this is not what you think. Now, see, if you were still in your body, if you had your physical body and your cars and your money, yeah, you can get her. If that's what you want, that's not what I'm not saying you can't have it, but baby, you need to remember you're not in your body no more. You just can't do that. And he looking at her, he said, but grandma, it is. It's just she just living with me. You know what? And that's when the grandmama said, you know what, baby? Take me up to her bedroom. Because if you take me, she said, I know women. If you take me, she said, you never listen to me. When I tried to tell you women's were no good, you would never listen to me. When I told you, you feel like you were so in love with a woman and you open yourself up and you open your heart up and they end up hurting you because they don't know, they didn't know at first, like I know how big your heart is and really how soft and kind you could be when you love a woman, and said then you end up getting with the wrong women and they hurt you and take advantage of you because I be trying to tell you these women's not no good and you won't listen. She said, that's, see, I'm over here now, this I'm trying to tell you, see, she laying up with a man. She said, take me upstairs. And I said to myself, God damn, I mean, y'all just coming here and just violate me like y'all fucking want to, man. Get all in. Yeah, grandma, man, grandma getting the tea and shit. Man, but she was wrong by me, man. She wrong by me. She just tell it. Look, I know women. She said, you know what, take me. And I'm just saying, wow. So now she finna go up there and go through my goddamn bedroom the same way he did when he came for. He wanted to look at my dressing mirror, and I asked, Candace, I said, goddamn it, this some Creole shit, some Louisiana shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, they go want to see your bedroom, see your dresser. She said, if you take me to her bedroom and I see her dresser, I will tell you if she is sleeping with a man in a body, Ermias. I will know if she got a physical man in that house behind your back that you can't pick up and that you can't see. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, Spook TV, I love you. Hey, it's good to hear from you, see you. I said, what she doesn't understand is when you're outside of a physical body and the physical body dies, if you are, because Nipsey was already into occult shit and spiritual and very perceptive, he can pick up shit. People underestimated him. And into science and a tech geek and Bitcoin and investments, brainy guy. So you can see even more when the physical body and the physical blinders come off your physical eyeballs and them physical eyeballs die. You see everything. She didn't know. So she said, let's go. I said, oh, goddamn. So these spirits just come in here. These people come in here and they just don't respect me and go through my drawers and closets and shit. She said, take me up there. I'm going to go. She said, all I need to do is go in her room and you take me and let me stand in front of her dresser. Her mirror and dresser. She said, and just from standing at the dresser, I can tell you if she's sleeping with another man. And I came upstairs. He didn't say anything. He did not disrespect her. He brought her up. They walked up the steps. That's when she gets to the front door. And when she gets to the door of my bedroom, I'm standing by my bed. So I turn, like where you see the camera is now, like towards the window. I started looking out the window because I'm just like, okay, I'm going to let her talk about me in my own goddamn house. And I'm not going to say nothing because I know she's not trying to be disrespectful. She's just trying to protect her grandchild. Because she said he's been hurt so many times and he never listened when she told him the woman was no good because she did not like his baby mama, the actress with the dimples. She tried to warn him that she wasn't no good and he wouldn't listen. She said, she said, but I'm going to tell you this time, you need to listen, baby. So she upstairs and I am watching this and I'm listening to it and I'm not going to disrespect her. So I turned my head. I said, I'm going to let her talk about my ass in my own damn house. And now she in my goddamn bedroom and I ain't going to say nothing. I turn my head. She walks over to the dresser. She stands in front of my dresser. And then she smiles and she points and she says, that's your candle and that's your stuff she got up there. And he's looking at her and he wouldn't say nothing. He's like, Grandma, I tried to tell you I'm not dumb this time. I didn't make a mistake. There's nobody here. And when she walks in, she is like an energy, like a wall of energy hit her. And the energy that she felt was all this love. And she said, oh, so y'all two got your little love nest up. I said, oh, so grandma got jokes. Oh, you clowning? Okay, grandma, you got jokes. Oh, you got your little love nest up here. And then she said, oh, you got your little bungalow. Your little, I said, bungalow? What's the bungalow? I didn't look at her. I said, oh, so grandma clowning me now. You got jokes. So she looked at me and she said, so you wasn't lying. When I was watching you and you said you was cooking for him every day, you was talking to him, you was taking care of him. She said, you really have been taking good care of him. She's been taking good care of you. And I looked, I said, yeah. And then I turned away so they could talk. I said, I mean, just keep on stabbing me, goddammit. I mean, you said, I'm right of fucking nickels and shit. She was like, so you really was telling the truth. You know, she don't cuss. At least she didn't cuss when she was in here. She not a cusser. She says, you wasn't lying. You really was taking good care of him for me. Taking good care of Hermes. I said, yeah. And then I turned. I said, I'm gonna let her finish, goddammit. Cause she got jokes and she clowned me and shit. And then she said, and you cooked all that food. She said, thank you for cooking for Hermes. Thank you for taking care of Hermes. And I looked, I said, okay. And I didn't get mad. I'm still not mad because she meant it from a good place. She wanted her baby her to get. She's like, you've been through enough. I don't, and like I said, it's like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I didn't tell you all about it. And I thought she's just like she is. When you look at her on TV and you look at her interview and the way she talks, she's like that for real. It's genuine. And I always felt like she was genuine. And that smile, she had a pretty smile. Really, what you see with her, she's not a liar. And I said, damn, she must be used to a lot of lying bitches being around him and just dealing with a lot of lying motherfuckers, period, because she just knew I was lying. And then she was like, wow, you really weren't lying, were you? I said, no, he's really been here. There's not no physical man in here. I can't lie to you at this point. You're out of the body. So you would see and know. She said, wow, that's not going on. And she said, wow, you really tell the truth. I said, yeah, I guess you never thought that was possible. A lot of people. See, that's why y'all, okay. When people tell you, let something go, you're crazy. Like I said, I used to say stuff like that. And I saw my mother go through that because I didn't understand, even though I was having people come and like felt like raping me or demons coming on me at night. I don't know what the fuck was in my head because it had happened to me before, but not a relationship like where you actually love somebody, they love you. And you have a bond, like people will come in and out and play with you like that or try to put spells on you and control you, but not be serious. It was nothing like this, where I see and hear the person and they're like, oh, right, she sees this person, she hears this person, because you can't do it. Because you can't see and you can't hear. The person feels like Alexis is crazy and everybody that says that has a mental problem. But the test of that is what the person says comes true. And it manifests. So I was like that about people like me too. But if you know you're right and you really believe what you're seeing and experiencing, you'll block your blessings and you'll block your growth if you shut it down because people around you laugh and said it's not possible to make fun of you. Just like now, this is like bittersweet for me that the families came out and said this about grandma because like the story I just told you, we've been going through this in here with me, Nip, and grandma. And like I said, if I'm wrong, if that's not the way she talks, somebody could easily correct me. And that's not the way she talks to her Hermes. She was talking. She's so in love with him. And she sees the sweetest, beautiful, most part, the soul little boy of him that has the beautiful, sweet heart. And she's like, you always love. When you love, she said, you love the wrong ones. And I tried to tell you that these different women you love. And I told you that baby mama she don't like Lauren. Somebody could correct me that know them. Says she don't like her. She said that when she comes around, the grandmama told me that she was scared a lot of the times in the past few years since Nipsey was murdered. You said my daddy, Big Mar, my daddy seen the spirit at a young age and people call her crazy. Yeah, what the test of it is what grandma said come true. If what your grandma said come true, then she not crazy. She one of them gifted people and they teach people not to respect it because they can't see it and they don't motherfucking have it. She said Lauren gave her the creeps. She said it was a demonic spirit and a cold chill. A lot of times when that woman come around, she knows something sneaky, two-faced it, so they would be back and forth, up and down, arguing, and she knew that girl wasn't stable, and she told him from the very beginning something off about her, and his mama too didn't like the motherfucker, man. She said that she felt the evilness on her even more and a sneakiness, and said she knowed about her messing with men's, running the streets with men's, telling lies, tricking Nipsey, having him going back and forth, sometimes upset, very emotionally unstable, where he would be up and down about her. When he first thought he was crazy about her, said it was a lot of off and on set. It was so much two-faced shit going on with them. Now look, I don't know, goddammit. This is a psychic medium reading, goddammit. This is what I think I hear. Margaret Butte, goddammit, aka gangster, goddammit, grandmama Hussle in this bitch. She said it's so much shit in that family and so much arguing and backstabbing and two-faced and bickering, said that people always come to her and gossip to grandma. Grandma Hussle says she know everybody goddamn business, but she ain't messy and would get out in the street and tell the shit. She says it was always on that goddamn phone. If they went on that phone calling her, they coming around her, keeping up shit. I don't know if she changed a number or had to fucking move. So they always call her with some bullshit. She mentioned Lauren. She mentioned Tanisha, goddammit. She mentioned some other folks in the family. She said it's always, she said out in the front, they had to come out there. She said she was so nervous and scared of them young motherfuckers in there because she also told me, and she wanted me to goddamn tell her, she said it's 2 or 3 young niggas in that family, and I have said that goddamn it 3 years ago, and I seen they picture. She showing me a light skin one with kind of nappy hair, where his hair cut low around the side, but kind of a little bit long in the top, or might change the hairstyle, or might, at some point, he might have had like a pull-out gold teeth or something, a light skin one and a dark skin one. She said she was scared of them 2 niggas because they in his family some type of way, cousins or something, and they had something to do. They was in and out that marathon store. They either worked there or helped there at one time. They supposed to be Nip cousin or related to him. Said they had something to do with setting Nip up, goddammit. She said she know who murdered Nipsey and said it's 2 boys, 2 young niggas in the family, and said that she was scared of them niggas because they had, especially that light skin where they hang around, she couldn't tell no goddamn body, and he didn't do it around Black Sam. Because from the little bit I get about Black Sam, Lord forgive me for saying this, but Black Sam would have blown that nigga head clean on the ground. Put their brains on the ground by grandmama. See, the grandmama, some stuff grandmama didn't tell Black Sam. Some of that shit she didn't tell Nipsey, but Nipsey had been murdered. Them some damn relatives. The grandma showed me 2 niggas in his family, goddammit. Them 2 young niggas that had something to do with stealing, getting on that phone, conning people with them credit cards and bad checks and robbing people. And Granny said that one of them young niggas, a light-skinned nigga, had tried to threaten her or extort her, talking about they wanted some money or wanted her to go to Black Sam, some kind of way to get some money and give it to them and threaten her. And she was scared to fucking say, man, look. I don't want to say this, but she wanted me to fucking say this shit. I don't want to get into this because I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong, but she said some of them young people scared her in that family because it was always some he say, she say, some backstabbing, some two-faced shit. Said it's a war going on in that family right now. Arguments about money and conflict and trying to take power. Said that baby mama, that's that actress with that dimples ain't no damn good. And she used that baby to manipulate and get what the fuck she wants. She said she don't love him. Said she got a black heart and she feel a murder spirit on her. She said she don't like that baby mama. She never felt safe around that baby mama. She don't feel comfortable around that baby mama. And she always have felt inside that baby mama got something to do with killing her goddamn it beloved Amrius, goddamn it. And said she's still dirty as a motherfucker. Tanisha, she said she would talk to her and hang around her, and she felt some way she would get along with Tanisha. Tanisha kind of got a soft heart towards grandma, would not hurt grandmama or do nothing to grandmama. She said, but Tanisha come to her with problems, and he say, she say, Tanisha messy down a motherfucker too, and like to lay around with different men. To that. But she don't feel Tanisha's evil like the other baby mama with the dimples, goddammit. Because she said she went through a lot with Nipsey and put up with Nipsey, and Nipsey went through a lot with her, and they would have their fights and ups and downs and off and on. But she messy too. Says she got her treacherous, messy side, and said somebody, I don't know if Tanisha used to wear a blade or a knife or cut a motherfucker with a razor blade or good at carrying blades and knives, goddammit. That's the grandmama said, see, I'm trying not to do this, Jesus. She said everybody dumped their shit on her and she wanted to go. She was tired. She said, and then she's worried about Black Sam and danger around him. He needs to fucking go like whenever. And he don't want to be there. He want to go. Just he ain't even dealt with the grieving of his brother and all this murder and them trying to set him up and argue and take his money and property and estate, and said that baby mama with them dimples is got something in it. Feel like she ain't got enough money. She ain't got what she wanted and want to take shit. They want to, I have told y'all that years ago that they could pick the past 3 years, pick the amounts off their estate holders and pick them off one by one. That's what the fuck they are doing. That baby mama's dead up in it. Grandma don't like the baby mama. At least that's what I'm seeing in the spirit. I'm willing to be corrected. The baby mama, that's the actress with the dimples, grandma don't like her. And she don't like and respect grandma as the matriarch. And grandmama know shadow things and said they done did magic on grandma. That's what she said. So the baby mama, the actress with the dimples, is dirty and backstabbing as hell and did not love her Amrius. God damn it. She set this shit up and said it's some relatives involved in setting this goddamn shit up now. Two young men that was in that store and got some hot jewelry. And roguish than a motherfucker. One light-skinned it, one dark-skinned it. They're not in their 20s, they late 20s, early goddamn 30. They not that fucking old roguish than a motherfucker. It's something to do with Nipsey's possessions, Nipsey jewelry, and that stole and some robbery of money missing. Something happened with that goddamn marathon and something with Nipsey stuff, and one or two of them was threatening the grandmother on the low. The grandmama was scared of them. She couldn't tell because these people were close. They are close in the family around her. So it was certain shit she said I didn't want to say nothing because I was concerned about my safety, Imani, Black Sam. She's like, because I didn't want Black Sam to get in no trouble. And then somebody else around her, she's like, because I know what would have happened. She said, and I felt so uneasy. She said, because there's so much shit. So much. Now she worried about Imani's protection, Black Sam, her daughter Angelique. But you see Angelique, we don't really see in here. Man, it's so much goddamn shit. So much shit the grandmama been holding in, goddamn. And she said she got tired of them just like draining her down. Said every time she turned around, the same ones in her face and like dumping this shit on her. And she said it was just such a heavy burden because I'm thinking about my Amrius and what happened to him. And it's like they don't even fucking care. And all they're doing is fighting about money and position and recognition and trying to get record deals and money and fame and fortune off of him And she said the real ones that was instigating this murder still out here. And she knows some of them is family members, goddammit. Or like family members and around it and messy than a motherfucker. The grandmama said so much messiness going on right here. Says she was just tired of this shit. Every time she turn around, it's some goddamn he say, she say, and they wants to bring this shit to her and said she's just didn't want to hear that shit. She would listen, but a lot of times she would not comment because she's not the type of person that get on that phone and start that gossip and shit. They bring it to her or try to get her on their goddamn side, and she's just like, I really want to go. I really want to go. They done did this to my goddamn baby. They ain't really got no justice for him. I'm working for him. The grandmother was heartbroken about this shit. He mad, she mad, because the only reason, when you really think about it, the only reason that lady physically died like that because of the heartbreak of what they did to her grandchild. If they hadn't happened to him and both of them would still be here right goddamn now, it's going to be so much shit behind this now. Again, I'm willing to be wrong. You see what I'm saying? Thank you. Yeah, it's 204 people in there, and that's what I'm not going to stay here that long. Because, whoo, boy, the stuff she's saying, to me, goddammit, I'm not finna tell it all in here because y'all don't want to donate and support what the fuck I do anyway. Grandma is off the motherfucking chain with this shit. And she is so much dirty, corrupt shit she saw. And so much dirty, corrupt shit she heard. Now, again, I'm saying this in the spirit, and I'm willing for somebody that know them or that's inside of that family, I'm willing for you to tell me that I'm lying. I'm willing for you to tell me that I'm wrong because I'm not inside of there. So I could be, maybe I'm not talking to the grandmother, or maybe I'm misconstruing the information that the grandmother is saying. Because see, you see them on the pictures and they grinning and shit. The grandmother said she was so miserable and unhappy and said it's so much shit in there. She said it's not one big happy family. It's almost always turmoil, and they fighting Sam, Black Sam, on a spiritual level, and they fighting him on a physical. He needs to look at his contracts and shit he got going on because somebody, and it's a group of them, and the baby mama tied to it as well as entertainment. I don't know if these is goddamn Rock Nation and these contracts he got. I don't know if they resolved and shit. He got a lot of enemies around him. And I don't know if they resolved. If Nipsey's still in contract with Rock Nation and these other people he's dealing with. They're trying to secretly ambush Black Sam. And there's conflict going on over there. That is what the grandmother is saying. She's worried about Black Sam. She's worried about Imani. She brought up Tanisha. She brought up the other baby mama and talking about the conflict. She said the other baby mama with the dimples is conflicted and sick in the head. Really didn't love her. Really ain't said she dead, physically dead. Really ain't got no respect for her at all. Never liked her, was never close to her or that family. She's sticking close to that family to try to pick them off for money and some other shit she won't. That is what I'm hearing the grandmother said. Ain't nothing but mess and upheaval in there, and they pointing at Black Sam. Black Sam is not messy. That's not what I said. Black Sam don't keep up shit. That's not what I said. They're trying to do it to him. Black Sam don't get on that phone and gossip and start shit. Black Sam and his daddy is not like that. That's not what I said. They point that shit to him like they did to Nipsey and set Nipsey up. This is nothing but a goddamn viper pit. A serpent's pit. That's all this is. Can everybody hear me? Because I didn't sign off. And I'm seeing people in the chat. Can people hear me in the chat? Because my volume is all the way up and my hand is not over the speaker. Can people hear me? Thank you, Tamara. I thought so. Because my hand is not over the speaker. I just checked my volume. There's nothing wrong with it. If I signed off, you wouldn't be able to move through the chat, darling. This shit, the grandmama saying this shit been going on. even when Nipsey was growing up, and said that somebody tried to curse her and said that they done did magic now. See, and then tomorrow we got the eclipse tomorrow. And haven't I been telling y'all the past few months when we dealt, see, it makes sense when Nipsey was mad and talking about that baby mama and that goddamn horse and that hunter's moon. Didn't I tell y'all? And that harvesting moon. And September, they were harvesting the energy. I told y'all then, I said, this killing is coming. This death is coming, and it's moving through entertainment. You're going to see these major deaths. I said, it's coming through there with that harvest moon in September. They were harvesting her energy and the energy of her organs and her arteries and veins, her blood and her heart and her mind. And then you go into October, the hunter. I said, they finna die. I told y'all, goddamn it ass. And then Nipsey got mad. He said, yeah, tell them about what she did with that damn horse and how that spirit moving through that family. They done renewed that horse energy. And then she's sitting up there in the goddamn funeral up there in the front. Oh, it's so spiritual and it's real when you sitting up in the front or some shit. Somebody tell me they seen a picture of the baby mama up there. You want to sit in that front so you can harvest that lady energy, goddamn it. You not no damn good, and that's what the grandmama saying, that she not no damn good. Now, if it's between her and Tanisha, she would pick Tanisha over the baby mama with the goddamn dimples, even though Tanisha messy, and said Tanisha like to lay around with different men's, you know. And so I don't know, you know, maybe I'm hearing that wrong. Both of them is hoes, goddamn it. Oh, Lord Jesus, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean to say that. I'm just saying that. She said at one point, that's the type of woman Ermias like. Okay? He liked it that. Women that'll freak out with him, do group sex with him, fuck men's and women's with him, and said both of them had habits, goddamn it. Tanisha had a habit in the spirit. Lord forgive me, because, you know, I'm not saying I know this for a fact. I'm just saying what grandmama, goddamn. Talking about it was a time Tanisha had, I don't know if she got locked up or had a jail problem or had a sticky finger problem, but the roguish. Look, the grandmama, man, look. So they wanted to take that baby from her, got them any money because she wasn't fit all the time. Said Tanisha mind ain't fit all the time. So they put her under pressure and have her working and shit. And she supposed to be working and doing what she supposed to do, but she don't really like that shit. And she really want to control her life and control her money and control that child in money, but she's not completely controlling that child. And then, you know, she got another baby, and I think that's by another goddamn it man. And the grandmama says she never really liked this stuff like that. And you know what, man, look, I'm trying not to repeat. I know it's named Artemis, Apollo and Artemis, the male and the female twins. And Artemis is the hunter, the female hunter. And who was sitting on top of Artemis? His baby mama, that's the hunter. And what is the hunter? A Sagittarius with a horse body at the bottom and a man on the top, the centaur. The fiery Sagittarius, but that's an unstable one that tried to sit on top of a male horse and run him. Because that's what she is, a Sagittarius. The symbol of it is a centaur, a horse. The strength is in the ass and the thighs and the legs. So you tried to dominate him and do the spell on him with a man. Didn't I tell y'all that horse was a boy with a big dick and a big heart like Nipsey? And it's another horse. It was a female, but that horse told me it was 3 of them. As well as the NASA program trying to take Artemis, the spaceship, a couple months ago up in space. And there was a problem with Artemis, and then they're going to relaunch Artemis. That's the female hunter that likes to hunt men, hunt children, hunt money, hunt for sport, blood hunt. And that's what the baby mama, the actress, the Sagittarius, is trying to do. And that's her symbol, the horse, as a Sagittarius, and named it Artemis. But that's the public. That's not all the names for that horse. And I wonder where that horse is. That horse still alive. And I talked about the horse shoes. 2 damn regular shoes and 2 damn new shoes. Then she's standing in the shoe shop, 1 shoe above her head. Then he gets shot at a marathon, 1 shoe on, 1 shoe off. Man, you think nobody don't see what the fuck going on there, man. And the grandmama's down with this shit. And the grandmama says she knew. She kept it a secret. She knew that the baby mama that's the actress had something to do with that shit, and she showing me a choo-choo train and the metal tires on the metal track for the train rolling in front of it. Breaks her heart. They also killed that boy about that property. And they run the old train through there. And the old maps. She's looking at the old map. You know, the grandmother comes up to me now. You think that grandmama's sweet and nice, but that grandmama ain't nothing nice, baby. Especially after this. And this has happened. She came up as the high priestess upside down, and she came up as the queen of swords. And a lot of times the baby mother with the dimples will come up as the queen of swords. I know she's treacherous as fuck. But now the grandmother is coming up as the queen of swords. The grandmother is pissed. Nipsey is pissed. That grandmama's not sweet and innocent like you might think. Because now she's in a higher level of her power. And she's out for blood. And she wants war. Because she knows what was done to her grandson has a lot to do with the baby mother that's the actress with the dimples. And some family members. She showed me these young niggas that's involved in this and that had some hot jewelry. They had Nipsey's jewelry or some of it that we might not know about that may be missing. Or they had their hands on it. So it doesn't have to be the all money in medallion. It could be something else that the grandmother's trying to tell me that she knows the fuck about. I mean, the grandmama, man, I hate, you know what I'm saying, that I'm in the middle of this shit, man. The grandmama told me some explosive shit over there going on. She couldn't deal with it anymore. She didn't want to be around it because she said it's some dirty motherfuckers in the family and it's some dirty motherfuckers that's supposed to be so-called friends and support. You know, I try not to repeat this shit. I try. I don't know, baby. Like what you saying? Enjoy y'all speak true, baby. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying I could be hearing grandma wrong. It could be a big happy family from what and I'm misunderstanding the shit, but that ain't what she's saying. Because I put the food out she asked me to. You can see the pictures of the community forum. You can see the small video I did. I put a food and a drink out like she asked me because I was surprised she wanted some cheese and garlic bread, some biscuits. So I baked the whole pan of them. And she wanted some greens. So I put all that out today. And she already gave me her other menu because, I only got a few days. I'm glad it was confirmed. I got a few days for Halloween. But actually, Grandma wanted some pork. So you could tell me if I'm wrong, if anybody that knows the family, if Grandma Hussle liked pork dishes. Because she wanted a nice piece of pork meat. She didn't ask me for pork chop, but I believe she's eating pork chops. She wanted a roast. And so if anybody, because I don't want to make anybody mad about her, if I'm wrong, and if anybody's listening, and you can ask someone in the family, or if you know somebody in the family, to tell me if Grandma ever, but it doesn't really matter to me. Okay, fuck it, because y'all, maybe nobody will probably hear this in their family, or know somebody in the family. She asked me for pork, okay? So if somebody says in the family, that's a lie, Grandma never ate pork. I'm going to fix it anyway because she's asking for it now. And she told me how she wanted me to season it. She wanted a nice, rich, beautiful piece of meat. She showed me how it looks. It's not a pork chop. I'm going to show it to you. I usually do not have pork in the house. I don't cook it, but I will do it for her. And the way she wants me to do it now, and she's a chef. So I have to do it specifically, and I have to ask probably a butcher. If I go or get somebody to go get a piece of meat for me, I have to have the thermometer thing, the stick down in there. I got to do it exactly like she's asking me to do it. It actually sounds delicious. I'm going to show it to you all because I have to have it ready for Halloween. The way she asked me to make it, I'm going to show it to you all. So beautiful piece of meat. But it's a piece of pork, and I will do it for her. I don't mind. This is what she's asking me for. So when people come in here and they say, oh, you're lying, this person never ate that in the body, fuck you. I'm not listening to that shit anymore because they did me like that about Nipsey, and I found out now everything Nipsey asked me for, I seen him eating it now on a goddamn video. And they grew up around the grandmother. And she showed me she likes gardens and fresh herbs and fresh fruit. It's a wine. I don't know. She wasn't a drunk. Like, she didn't drink like hard liquors and stuff, but it's some type of wine she's showing me, and it's like a sweet wine, or it's sweetened with the alcohol and a juice or something. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to give her what I believe I'm hearing her ask me for. And of course, I'm going to show it to you. She's absolutely delightful, absolutely beautiful. But the stuff she's saying is heartbreaking. I'm talking about, and she's mentioning all of them. I'm trying not to mention everything she's saying, but she know all of they motherfucking. And she one that known about them niggas in that family, them young niggas in there that threaten her. That also is some kind of way. I don't know if they got some of Nipsey's jewelry or gold bracelet or ring, something they got. And then they start trying to intimidate and secretly scare the grandmother. This was not recent. This was like when this happened to him, like 3 years ago when this happened. And she said she was felt very unsafe where she was or where she lived. So I don't know, they probably moved grandma from one spot to another. And she's talking about another phone. So I don't know if she has two phones or if the phone number was changed, because she didn't share the secret anxiety she felt being around certain family members that she said she knew had something to do with setting them up. God damn. She said some of these people are inside the family and inside of his businesses and inside of his contracts that set Nip up. Inside his contracts with Nipsey, the Marathon, and Black Sam. And then she mentions the baby mama. That's the actress and tied into the music. It's a big black cluster of serpents. And she said demons, where it's all tied together. And she know Big U. She know the police. Tanisha, she said, also filled her in on some of this. Grandma know, man. Grandma know. She was too scared. She knew she couldn't say this stuff. Said Tanisha ain't right in the head. Got a lot of mental. She's taking something. She might have done stopped getting high, doing drugs. Said she got mental problems. She mentioned some shit she didn't like about Samantha and said sometimes Samantha was disrespectful. Samantha got a lot of mommy issues and issues from growing up the way her daughter Angelique, and says she says some of the stuff Samantha going through is not her fault. It's just going on with the childhood and stuff and men. You know, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm trying to do what Granny asked me to do. It's another death spirit over there running through that goddamn family in Nipsey house. That's the grandmama sees it over. That's a snake over there. You know what? I don't want to say this stuff the grandmama's saying. Goddamn it, I just don't. The grandmama is raw than a motherfucker, and she's very upset. And all these people that she's talking about, you see around them and in the pictures and shit and dancing in the video, all that bullshit like B did it. She's like, these people don't give a fuck about him. They don't even give a fuck about themselves. They'll sell their soul for money and fame and fortune. She says so much demonic shit around Nipsey and his death and the physical death and all these contracts. She says just I'm sure Black Sam already knows to watch himself and be careful. You know, this is what is this comes to me like this show that grandma was on. Is that The Price is Right? She said it's just like a game show. This shit's not real. You know, setting motherfuckers up to pick motherfuckers off. She said, I always know she wasn't no good. She said, I always know when my grandson was going down the wrong path. She said, even at a time, you know, there was, she said, and I got on him about it when they had drugs in the house. Oh, she said, think I didn't know, but I know a long time ago at the, and how, you know, Nip was set up. Like the time he got locked up that time, I had to fight that case and said it was some women's den. I told him he wouldn't fucking listen to fake friends. And I'm trying not to say exactly what grandma say, but trying to say it anyway, you see. And she's worried about her daughter, Angelique. She be around her daughter. It's, I, man, you know what? Now she mentioning the grandchildren and, oh, that's fine. Because I know how to get up off of here. Thank you, my sister, just let me know. I'm going to get off of here. And since y'all decide you don't want to support what I'm doing, you don't want to donate, I'll take my information somewhere else. But I'm not going to keep on sitting here and entertaining people that want to sit here and use me or take advantage of me and hear information and you don't want to donate to me. So I'm going to go.